This Haven on Comics is brought to you by Unrivaled Tournament Series, coming to Haven for Heroes September 2nd for regional qualifiers. Contact us for information. Morning will be for qualification. Evening will be for finals. See who goes to Vegas. Come on out. Okay, hey, it's Emmett from Haven for Heroes and
Ken Faggio from Haven for Heroes too. At least that's where I'm sitting now.
Right now. Currently, we are here. We're going to talk about independent comics. First one out, we're going to talk about Holy Grail from Aftershock. It should be here. I'm a big Arthurian guy. I like the Tale of Arthur, and it's a beginning a new take. What did you think about it, Ken?
I really liked it as far as like a #1 book. I've never read anything from Aftershock before this, so I'm actually excited to see what else they're putting out. But as far as a #1, it really does everything a first issue should do. It sets it up pretty well, and it makes me want to buy #2.
Yeah, I definitely have to read #2. I've read some of Cullen Bunn's stuff, and I enjoy his writing. And Aftershock, I read Pestilence. I like that also, so I'm digging Aftershock. So we'll move on to Spawn, which just they got right at the top of their thing. New dark horror story arc starts here. What did you think about the Spawn book?
I haven't read Spawn in probably, I don't know, since issue 50, whenever that was. When I think Capullo was still drawing it back then.
Yeah.
I'm interested. I've been watching the old HBO animated series, so that when I heard that this was coming out, I'm kind of interested in the new darker take to it. As I said, I haven't read Spawn in a while, so I really don't know what the heck's going on yet, but it's got my interest. I like the darker take. Art's by Jason Storm Alexander, who's done Frostbite for Vertigo, which I thought was a great series, and he's also did Empty Zone for, I think it was an IDW, I'm not sure, but really like his artwork. So if nothing else, the artwork's worth the price of admission, and hopefully as the story develops it gets better. But another one that I definitely would like to see where it's going from here. It definitely looked good. It's a decent read.
Right, no, I agree. It was a decent read, and I hadn't been on Spawn in a while either. And I, because of the thing at the top works, advertising works. The darker horror story arc. I wanted to find out what was going on, and it was good. I'm going to be back for another issue, see how well they're doing. BPRD, The Devil You Know.
#1, which I don't know.
Obviously, it's The Devil You Have to Know.
Well, yeah,
right?
that's what
it's
I
a
say.
#1 not.
If you've never read Hellboy or BPRD and this is your first issue, you're not going to know what's going on. Not that it's a badly written book, but they've been developing the storyline over years, so if you haven't been reading it over years, you're going to kind of be lost.
I was lost. Very lost. Art was okay. I mean, the flow of the writing was good, but I had no clue. This is not a jumping on book. You don't jump on.
Definitely not.
To this #1.
As someone who's read all the books, though, I really liked it. They're definitely working towards some kind of end game. I'm not sure what it is. They've been doing it for years. Doing it kind of slow, but really the pacing doesn't suffer. There's good story arcs in each book that will keep you entertained. But like we said, if you're looking for a jump-on point, this ain't it. You will be lost.
So we did another book that, because this is our first shot at this. We reached back a couple weeks and got Hysteria #1 and read it, and read Hysteria #2, Divided States of Hysteria on Image by Chalkin. And, I had to do this book because, I was a teenager into my probably still a teenager when he was doing American Flag, and I loved it. Teenage angst about government and stuff, and American Flag just killed it. And he hadn't done a lot of things like that in a long time, so when I seen this, I had to read it, and he's back, man. The only thing, though, Ken, what were you saying about this?
Well, it is like American Flag was social commentary for the 80s or 90s when it came out, and this is social commentary for 2017. If you're easily offended, don't read it. If you're not easily offended, you might get offended anyway. He definitely pushes buttons in it. But that being said, it's an interesting read. There's a lot of messed up stuff that happens. I mean, he's got a lot of flack because there's a transsexual character that gets beaten up, but she kills the 3 guys that beat her up with a gun, so I don't know. Is that empowering? I don't know. But I don't know. I think all the controversy it gets is a little out of hand because now people just look for stuff to get insulted and angry about. As far as the story, it's cool. It's definitely good social commentary on the state of America and the world.
Yep.
But yeah, if you're easily offended, you won't like it. I mean, the end of issue 2, not to be a big spoiler, but there's like 4 pregnant Arab women that have nuclear devices stuffed into their wombs and they blow a hole in New York City. So if that doesn't sound like something that you'd be interested in reading, then definitely don't pick it up. But if you have an open mind and you're really into some biting social commentary, definitely read it.
Listen,
it's a
Howard
good book.
Chong, he was Garth Ennis before Garth Ennis. Garth Ennis took him to the next level.
Yeah.
Later on, when he first started, it was earlier on, and you really couldn't do the stuff that Garth did. But he kind of paved the way
without a doubt.
for that kind of stuff, and now he's back in a big way, and it's really it kicks ass. And then we actually also read number 2, and we thought it carried on. We don't know completely what the hell's going on, but we're interested enough to keep reading it. So we're going to be into 1. We've read 1 and 2, and we're definitely going to be reading 3. So, well, that's all we got today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We're going to also have a Magic series, and if you're in Port Jervis, New York, stop down 3436 Front Street to Haven for Heroes.
Keep reading.